Today on the channel, we're back at it with another WrestleMania Elite unboxing and review. And today we go back to WrestleMania 39 for the visionary Seth Rollins.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WrestleMania Elite unboxing and review. And today we're back at WrestleMania 39 with Seth Rollins. But for all your Seth Rollins and wrestling figure needs, hit up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Gotta get a deal out there. We're back to WrestleMania 39. Once again, I was in attendance for WrestleMania 39. My first ever WrestleMania event, possibly my last ever. I don't know. I never really put two and two together like, oh, I really want to go to WrestleMania. I've always been good with watching it on pay-per-view or Peacock in this day and age. But if there is one near me or there's an opportunity, I guess I would go back to WrestleMania. Who knows? Next thing you know, I'll be flying to Vegas going next year. Jeff George will be like, oh, I got tickets. Let's go. All right, I'm going. We'll see what ends up happening. We'll see what happens here. But Seth Rollins from that event here in action figure form. I said it before. It's very cool when you're at an event and you get an action figure based on that event you were at. Just a cool little touch, a little Easter egg, something to remember the event by a little bit more, I guess. So I do like the idea of this Seth Rollins right here. But of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. My old neighbor, Seth Rollins here, of course, talked about that a million times on the channel. Seth Rollins looking good here. I will say, though, a guy like Seth Rollins, who has crazy attire, really would have worked better in an Ultimate Edition for this attire there. However, how many Seth Rollins Ultimate Editions can you have? So it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but it does feel very dumbed down here. Obviously bright pink, obviously very colorful here. He's like a young Rick the Model Martel is what he's like, but looking good for what it is, but would have loved to seen the whole entrance outfit, all that, but I guess you can pretend, hey, it's him after the match. You can pretend that if you want to. Seth Rollins, Elite WWE, 8 and up for those keeping track at home. You 7-year-olds, sorry about your luck. WrestleMania down here, got his name. There's old Howard Finkel, the Fink. We're going to build him at the end, of course. Seth Rollins, mean mugging to sly mugging over there, looking interesting. Certified authentic to keep all the grandmas happy. Elite, Seth Rollins. On the back, we got the cross out down below. Unboxing every single one of these on the channel. Make sure you do subscribe. And of course, we'll build Howard Finkel and rank the entire way from my least favorite to my favorite. Stay tuned for that video along the way. Glamour shot of the man, the myth, the legend in the WrestleMania 39 ring. And you got the tail of the tape and the blurb. Let's see what it says about Seth Rollins from Davenport, Iowa. Oh my gosh, beautiful this time of year. Let me tell you, height 6'1", weight 225 pounds. Finisher, the stomp. Every time I stop at Portillo's, usually when I'm going to Chicago, I'll stop at the Portillo's, and I think it's technically, I think it's Davenport. I think it's Davenport Portillo's. There's that Target and Walmart right down the road. Oh, you got to hit those as well. You Davenport people know, or Quad Cities people know. I always go to that Portillo's and I order, and then I sit there and wait for my order, and I look at their Hall of Fame signees of 8x10s, and I always look at the Seth Rollins picture, just hanging there. He's loving to dine on some Portillo's from time to time, apparently. It does say, the visionary showed Logan Paul what it takes to be a main event WWE superstar when he stomped his way to victory at WrestleMania 39. Career highlights, World Heavyweight Champion, Universal Champion, WWE Champion. Local boy makes good. That's what he does. See you later. Goodbye. Plastic prison comes with some Fink legs. Oh, Howard Finkel is going to walk on out of here is what he's going to do with those legs. But we're going to cut him out of the old plastic prison here. Of course, locked down at the legs, locked down at the arms. He is ready to go, old Seth Rollins there. Can I get it? There it is. All right, we should be good. Should be good. I got extra hands, a lot of hands for him right here as well, I will say that. Sometimes I wonder, though, are some of these hands for Howard Finkel? I don't think any of these hands are for him. But sometimes I get a little confused. I'm like, wait a minute, it's just his legs. It's just his legs right here. Plastic Prison, see you later, goodbye. Finkel Legs, we'll put that together later on, stay tuned for that. But let's dive into the hands right here. 2 fists of Seth Rollins Fury. He's ready to fight his way out of the Quad Cities if he needs to. It's a dangerous town, the Quad Cities, from time to time. But shout out to Lopez Pies out there. It's his family members running a pizza shop. I'm always dining out there when I do come to town, so shout out to them. We get the Seth Rollins, Randy Orton, you name it, whimsical hands here. Just doing whimsical things, very expressive with the hands right there. You get the Bret Hart, hey, hands. You get the visionary hands, we'll call them as well. So we get the splayed out hands, 2 gripping hands. So truly, choose your own Seth Rollins hand adventure. You get all the hands under the rainbow right there. But now we're going to dive into Seth Rollins himself. And feel like we've been here before, like a young Iron Maiden, a little deja vu. And I'll be saying Iron Maiden here in about a week. Can't wait to see them. Shout out to the boys in Maiden, of course. But you do get Seth Rollins. I believe we've seen this head multiple times by now. Kind of gritting his teeth, a little bit angry here at old Logan Paul. Got the blonde highlights in the long hair. You got the long hair out the back and on the front. So pretty much your paint by numbers Seth Rollins head sculpt. But it is a good one, and I know this is Seth Rollins the minute I do see it. Once again, we got some chest hair going on. Sometimes we get the chest hair, sometimes we don't. You got to choose your own chest hair adventure. And I've been saying it for a long time, falling on deaf ears, and it'll probably continue to fall on deaf ears. Come on, Mattel, give us the real fur chest hair. Just one time. I dare you. Jakks did it. Jakks did it. They weren't scared. They weren't scared. Make it the Chase edition with the real fur chest hair. Do it for your old buddy Kyle. I'd love to see it. But we do get the chest hair on him right here. We get the white wrist tape going on, 2 Fists of Fury, as I did mention, and then very, very pink tights on here. Really looks very cool. Definitely stands out. This is one of those figures that's a little plain Jane, no entrance jackets, anything like that, but man, oh man, these do pop in the pants department right here. Very, very bright pink. Got the big belt going around there with the black belt buckle. A little extra padding on the thighs, it looks like. You do get matching knee pads here to match the tights, then the boots with the kickers as well down here. Articulation, arm's going to go all the way around for us. Little bicep cut action. Double jointed, pinless elbows, playing all the hits right there. Hands back and forth, side to side. Head back and forth, side to side. Head removable. Ab crunch on him. Waist articulation looking really good. You do get those splits. Oh, a little bit tight. So once again, it looks like we're going to have the bounce back. We'll see what happens there. We don't got the bounce back, so that's interesting. So once again, I've had a lot of issues with the articulation in the hips and the legs where we just don't get the movement. It's just too tight in there. I don't know if that's the factory change, what that possibly could be, but I'm having that issue with the right leg over here. However, leg goes up just fine. No bounce back, anything like that on there. So I'm happy to see that. We do get the double jointed pinless knees, pretty smooth as far as things are considered here. I know a lot of people have been commenting in the comments of my video saying they don't like the pinless joints. I talked about it a little bit in the Bret Hart video. I still prefer the pinless joints because I think they look better to the eye. I'm not a player, so it doesn't really affect me, but they will loosen if you move them around a little bit, use a hairdryer, do what you want to do. But articulation is great. I want the articulation to be pinless. I don't want those taking me away from something, so I don't like that. However, I will say, if you're a guy like Seth Rollins right here, it really doesn't matter if it's pinless or non-pinless joints because it's covered by the knee pad. I'm not removing the knee pads ever, so it doesn't matter so much, but all day long, pinless joints for me right here. Boot cut on this one, ankles back and forth, side to side, up and down, that new ankle articulation. A lot more movement out of these ankles now, so we are happy about that, of course. So there it is, old Seth Rollins, ready to be a visionary once again at WrestleMania 39, defeating the evil Logan Paul. That evil influencer Logan Paul, of course. He has a YouTube channel. I don't know if you guys knew that. I've never watched a video, but I'm not opposed. I'll watch it. Probably not. Don't have time for that. Don't have time for that. Seth Rollins does fit, though, on a ringside collectible Mattel stand. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. And I did bring Logan Paul just for the heck of it. I believe this is the top picks from a while back. A very good figure. It's wild. I'm not a Logan Paul guy. I don't really get it all, but man, he can go in the ring. We've seen it numerous times, but man, an amazing figure right here. I really do like the Logan Paul figures we've received so far from Mattel. Say what you want, a good figure's a good figure. That's where I'm going to leave that at right there, though. But Seth Rollins, WrestleMania 39, what are your guys' thoughts? This guy a pickup for you, a pass, a long game? Are you like me? Would you like to see a little bit more pizzazz with this one, but probably understand you can't have just a million Seth Ultimates, I don't think. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on the WrestleMania 39 edition of Seth Rollins. You made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to like, of course, my other YouTube channel as well. I should say subscribe to both YouTube channels. Got 2 channels with videos every single day. Appreciate the support out there. Patreon, early access to both those channel videos. Tons of content, very early content over there as well. There's only so many videos I can put out, and I put out a lot. I put out even more on Patreon every single day. So check out the Patreon, support the channel. You know how that goes. ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson. My book, The Complete Guide to the Jakks Class Superstars Series, now available in Kindle edition. Barnes & Noble, Amazon for hard and soft cover editions as well. Don't forget Sir Paul 64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for the visionary Seth Rollins, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.